What's up guys, I'm Mr. Audio, and if you're new here, on this channel we talk about music production, sound design, mixing, mastering, and pretty much anything to get your tracks ready for release. If that sounds like something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another video. I do 2 a week now. Alright, that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so last video I showed you the new Ableton Mastering Suite 2.0 that I've created. It is extensive, it's incredible, but I usually make a free version for these racks you can purchase on my website, and the free version is called the Master Rack 3.0. It's the third rendition of the Master Rack. It's got the updated EQ controls and the updated saturation controls with control of where the bands cross over in the multiband saturator section. Now, I'm going to walk you through this, and I'm going to walk you through the mastering suite in this video. We're going to do a deep dive in both of these, and we're going to master track with the Master Rack 3.0 because in the last video we mastered a track with the Mastering Suite 2.0. So without further ado, let me show you how these things work. When you load up the Master Rack 3.0, we'll go over this one first. It looks like this. You'll notice you have an added EQ presence frequency control here. This controls the bell on the side of the mid-side EQ that I have in this effect rack. This is very useful for multiple reasons, boosting some background vocal presence or some guitar presence on the sides, pretty much anything that would be on the sides that you want to bring out. So I put all these controls together like this, and I figured adding the boost at the end and gain right here in the big knob, you have two different volume controls to blend into the limiter. Now, there's a big difference between this effect rack and the Mastering Suite 2.0. Is the Mastering Suite 2.0 is a bit more modular. You can move the effect racks inside of it around. There are more of them. And also, there's an effect rack inside of there that improves transparency of the limiter itself. It's just the one-band dynamic EQ that I created that you can purchase on my website. But basically, if you buy that and any of the effect racks that I'm going to be mentioning in the next video, you could pretty much make the Mastering Suite 2.0 with all of the modules that I've built for that. Let me show you the differences and then we'll master the track. So basically, the only thing that is different about this is this presence frequency control and the multiband saturation controls. So now you have control over the saturation type right here. So let me show you how you open this up. So you open up the grit box and it should open up just like this. You shouldn't need any more controls. This is how it should open up. Alright, I have these bands separated out as far as possible. Now you can choose to open this up and look at this. See, when I move this control, it moves this low pass filter. And also, on this EQ8, it moves this high pass filter. And the range is set so that they overlap just a little bit. So if I compare this and just put the multiband EQ to a track by itself and try to do a null test, it almost nulls out completely. Now there is some overlap, and that's why I'm assuming it doesn't null out. I did try my best to get it to null out. That's why there's this utility track here at the end of the chain in this grit effect rack. But to be honest, I was very satisfied with how I created this compared to the first one. So that's the grit box here, and you have a blend of dry and wet. So you shouldn't really need anything else to master your tracks. Now, to improve transparency and to get it a little bit louder, you will need a dynamic EQ to cut resonant frequencies that will hinder the transparency of the limiter. Now, I do have a ceiling control here because I always set my ceiling to negative 1.1 dB FS because Ableton's limiter isn't a true peak limiter. But what I've found has been working very, very nicely for me is that I have been using an ozone maximizer and turning off the limiter altogether, and I just use the true peak function right here. And you might get a more transparent feel to them. Now, let me show you the difference between this and the Mastering Suite 2.0. So that's what this guy looks like. Let's check out the Mastering Suite 2.0. So as you can see, a bit more modular and a bit more controls. You can move tube before thick, you can move thick after width, you can move width to beginning. It doesn't really matter, Alright, and you can move all of the EQs in here too. I mean, all of them have been modular from the beginning, but to be honest, the way I had set it up is pretty much how I would like to process any mastering job that I do. Okay, so this limiter box right here is actually pretty cool because I've got a whole nother limiter coming out that actually takes this to the next level. I call it push it to the limit. And I'm going to be going over all these different effect racks in the next video, most likely. Probably. Most likely. Depending on which one I edit first. Anyway, so let's master this track with the new Master Rack 3.0. Alright. So remember, this is free with a link in the description. Just go to my website and you can download it. The one you get for free for signing up to my website is the Master Rack 2.0. This is 3.0. This is an upgraded version. You will have to go to the shop section on my website to download it. Alright, let's master the track with the Master Rack 3.0. I'm going to basically just be turning knobs and kind of explaining things as I go. And I'm going to open up the saturation controls and show you some of the advanced features. Let's get into it.
To carry on, I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to fall in love again. I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to do this all again. Waking up, still burning in my windpipe. To carry on, I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to fall in love again. I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to do this all again. Waking up, still burning in my windpipe. Hard to breathe, can't believe I lost control. Can't explain, got a feeling something's not right. Somehow I know that you've left me in the cold. And guess what? You're rotten, potatoes au gratin. I must have forgotten. You pushed me down. I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to fall in love again. I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to do this all again. Whoa, whoa, do this all again. Whoa, do this all again. Waking up to carry on. I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to fall in love again. I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to do this all again. Waking up, still burning to carry on. I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to fall in love again. I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to do this all again. Waking up, still burning in my windpipe. Hard to breathe, can't believe I lost control. Can't explain, got a feeling something's not right. Somehow I know that you've left me in the cold. And guess what? You pushed me down. I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to fall in love again. I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to do this all again. Whoa, do this all again.
Alright, let's check the tonal balance of the track, and that's basically checking the EQ curve against the other tracks that I've made to see if I mastered it properly, and also to see where we could improve upon if needed. So how you load a custom folder is you go up here, click Target Folder, and then you find the folder with all your tracks in. For me it's this one. And then it creates a custom EQ profile to match to. And mine looks like this.
Push me down. I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to fall in love again. I don't really want to start this over. I don't really want to do this all again. Whoa.
Looks like our crest factor's sitting good. Our EQ curve is nice. Let's see what it looks like for the rest of the song. Let's see what it looks like for the bridge.
Burning in my windpipe. I'm hungover, still drunk from the night before. Waking up, still burning in my windpipe. I'm hungover, still drunk from the night before. Waking up, still burning in my windpipe. I'm hungover, still drunk from the night before.
Check out the verse.
Night before. Where's my cup? Bottoms up, I had a bad night. Hard to tell where I fell when I hit the floor. And guess what? You're rotten potatoes or gratin.
You see, I did that for aesthetic purposes. I dropped the high end quite extensively in the mix, just so that when I brought it in, it made it feel a bit more full. Contrast is a big thing in music production. Think about having contrasting elements in the mix. Alright, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty satisfied with that master. And as you can see, opening up the advanced controls in the grit section is pretty easy. That's it for the video, guys. If you stuck around the end, obviously, go download this. It's free. Link is in the description. And also, you can check out some other products on my website that you can purchase. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Mr. Audio, out.